Hey YouTube, welcome home. Today I'm going to be speedrunning Red Trees by Caramel on itch.io. The game was made in July of 2016, and I've made a previous video on Red Trees, which you can watch here. Red Trees places us in a small town encircled by trees. Mysterious events are unfolding. Pet rabbits are going missing, people have been injured, and townsfolk are whispering about something lurking in the woods. Since none of the adults want to do anything about this, it's going to be up to you to get to the bottom of it. But before you can do that, however, simply getting into the woods might be a problem. If you want to download the game for yourself, I'll have a link in the description below. Now this game is a little different than the other video in this new series, because this game already has a leaderboard with multiple players and PBs. Additionally, I already have times on both leaderboards. But today, I'm going to be learning how to lower my times and reclaim my spot as the Kiss% world record holder. Having a smaller speedrun community, there's a limited number of strats out there. The big glitch that takes a 30-minute game into a 4-minute game is the permission skip. To explain the skip, I have to explain the inputs. Use arrow keys to move and the shift key to sprint. Note that you can't sprint in every room, just some. The Z to interact with items and people, and X to open the menu. Funnily enough, you can also use X to mash through dialogue, which is what we do at the beginning and end of the run. So usually, if you try to walk past the girl blocking the path to the forest, she'll push you out of the way and say you need the mayor's permission to go into the forest. But if you continue through her dialogue using X instead of Z, you'll open the menu, which removes your hitbox. Once her dialogue is finished, she thinks she pushed you beyond her hitbox, but since she wasn't able to because you didn't have a hitbox, you can walk right by like this. So what separates Any% and Kiss% is the addition of the Witches challenge. To get a kiss from the monster at the end of the game, you need to give her a bag of meat, which can be attained by completing the Witches challenge. As we mash through the dialogue that gives us permission to use the boat, the witch asks us for a favor. She needs to move a cat, a rabbit, and a basket of flowers across the river safely, but the boat can only hold one item. If you leave the cat alone with the rabbit will die. If you leave the rabbit alone with the basket of flowers, the rabbit will eat them. The solution here is that we have to take the rabbit across the river, and then come back, take the flowers across the river, and bring the rabbit back, then take the cat across, come back, bring the rabbit across a second time. It's confusing, but you'll see it in the run and it'll make sense. But now that I know what I'm doing, let's see if we can get a run going. Time begins when we hit start, then it's mashing through dialogue. There's a lot of dialogue, and I'm mashing through it using Z and X, just walking my fingers back and forth in between them. So we wake up in our upstairs bedroom, and the first thing we do is go downstairs and leave the house. It's hard to tell, but that's our dad sitting at the table, and he lets us know that there are some cookies up for grabs, but this is a speedrun. In the main town area, we're able to sprint, so we make our way down to the girl guarding the forest. Here's where we employ the skip, we open the menu, and then we slip by her no problem. She really needs to try harder. So in the first forest room, we're not able to sprint for whatever reason, so we walk down and to the right, towards the witch. Perfectly aligning with objects while sprinting is hard, but here I'm doing a pretty good job of lining up with the witch. So we go ahead and agree to her favor, and we go ahead and grab the bunny and take it across the river. Once you agree to grab an item, then it's just an animation of you walking over to the boat. I don't have any control, I can't sprint there. These boat transitions take a lot of time, and there's no real way to speed them up. Holding shift doesn't make you sprint through the boat ride, sadly. So next we're going to go ahead and grab the flowers and bring them over. Now here comes the first problem, because the flowers and the bunny can't be left alone together, so as I explained earlier, now we're going to put these down, grab the bunny, take the bunny back. It's a bit of a process, but it's worth the hassle for the kiss. Next up, we'll grab the cat and bring the cat over, because the only real safe combination is the cat and the flowers. So now that the cat's over there, the last thing that we need to do is bring the bunny across. So now that we've brought the rabbit over for a second time, we're going to see, place it down, get a brief little animation, and then the witch appears to watch over them. You can see I had some trouble walking straight up to her. I tried to aim for her to be on her left, but I ended up below her. So it's a minor time loss, but it's minute at best. She gives us a bag of meat for our troubles, which you couldn't see because I was mashing through dialogue, and then she sends us on our way. So we walk through the final room. We're not able to sprint, so we just walk slowly up. And now we're back into the mashing, honestly. I'm using my secret 3 fingers to mash 2 buttons technique to help speed through. So now we're talking to our little brother, but big reveal, actually a monster. A shape-shifting monster. Very cool. You're a very strange person, I would agree with that. Monster agrees to come with us, and then we give her the bag of meat and receive our prize. Aw, so sweet. Very human-like. So now the screen is panning up and we're walking away. Time begins as soon as the screen stops moving. And our final time is 3:59.08. That's beating my PB by 2 seconds and achieving the world record by 1.2 seconds. By some miracle, this was only my 3rd attempt of the day, but it definitely wasn't my first day trying. So my previous kiss percent was a world record by a couple minutes because it wasn't very optimized. But within 2 weeks or so of me optimizing it, somebody beat it, which made me very sad. So I tried for hours on end to grind my time down to get my record back, but I had lost heart to try again until today. But thanks to your support by liking this video and subscribing to the channel, I'm back on top. Seriously though, only 16.4% of you guys are subscribed, but clicking that button is a free way to tell me that you like the content and it encourages me to keep speedrunning. Anyway, that's all I've got for you guys today. Remember to have fun, be safe, and don't do drugs. Alright, bye guys.